skateboarding didn't come from being accepted, it came from being not accepted. It's not part of a thing that anyone offers you and says, here's your options. It's something that you settled on yourself because nothing else worked. Skateboarders had to go out and discover, like, what are the moves? What is the terrain? What is all this? And that's all in recent history. What is the shape of a board? All of that is, in the course of our lives, it went from kind of shape to finalized.
My name is Dorsa Vaziri. I'm a professional roller skater.
My name is Zach Moldof. I do skate culture and skate history, and I'm not a professional skateboarder. The skateboard came from breaking skates to make a scooter. Then you're riding the scooter, and the scooter breaks, and you still have to get home. So you ride on the board with the wheels attached.
Roller skating has such a rich history, as well as skateboarding, and it's just like you were saying, like it was built out of a roller skate, and I don't think many people know that.
The first skateboard that's available in the store is this one. And then the skateboard took on a life of its own, where it was not just about rolling around anymore, but about another way of looking at the city and finding a usefulness of that urban architecture.
It's definitely such a different world now, and it's really, really cool that skaters of all kinds on any kind of wheels can get together and kind of have the same, mission behind it. And we share so many of the same spaces, especially in the skate park realm, like any concrete, wood, skate light, street obstacles that skateboarders are using, we are right there behind them.
Some of the first skate parks in the country are built here. The half pipe, as we know it, the vert ramp, was invented here. The design for that was created by skaters in South Florida. The long-term goals are, on one part, it's popularizing the skate history that's unique to Florida. And on the other part, it is preserving Florida's skate culture that goes along with that skate history. And in order to do that, we have to preserve skate architecture. So step one is building some fingerboard obstacles to test out the obstacles that we'll be building at full scale. And we'll be able to invite some kids and younger people in from the community to experience the idea of building and designing a skate obstacle, and then also teaching them about the history of skate obstacles to get everyone on one page, so that the efforts to get the municipalities to create proper skate architecture will have the best results.
If you're a skater and you learn that the city is who controls and builds and maintains these parks, all of a sudden you're going to have an interest towards going to these meetings or finding out why is that, or finding out, okay, well, where does that money go, and how does anyone decide what goes where and who does these obstacles.
So when you take the impetus as a Floridian and say, I want to learn more about skate culture and skate history, what you're doing is uncovering things that will be valuable and will be important to people for the rest of time.
We do a lot of meetups and we host a lot of events, and we are doing them as all wheels welcome type of events. So we definitely are trying to connect all of the different cultures.
Society is how humans interact with the environment. Culture is how humans interact with other humans. And it's like the origins of skating that we're talking about, they're very social.
As soon as I saw my old skates from my mom's house and I hopped on a trail, I was like, oh, I can literally do this anytime, anywhere, anytime I want, any which way I want. And so getting back into it as an adult, I never thought of this alternative future I would have where we're all doing the same things at the same places.
It's about going out and doing better than you thought you could do. And those rituals of the culture are so important, and you can't leave them behind.
People are learning new tricks and starting to explore their cities. I know when I started skating, all of a sudden, driving around, every new slab of concrete, any tiny ledge, any little set of stairs, I was like, wait a minute, could I skate that?
Yeah. When the self-actualization isn't a part of it, that's when the magic can't take place. So it's in order to preserve that very essential thing, it does come down to teaching this generation, whether it's the older generation or the younger generation, this combined generation, this other whole playing field of it's not even going to be contained there. Like by the time we're done with it, you're going to be able to do it all over the city. There will be skatable architecture built into things, and it will be a way, again, to move through the city, to not just be confined to the skate park. Skateboarding is in this process of now, because of this work that we're doing and work that other people are doing, and roller skating and scootering and BMXing, of now saying, well, our culture isn't just about doing our culture, it's also about preserving our culture. It's also then about figuring out how to take that preserved culture and make it relevant so that we can leverage it within the municipality, which ultimately then determines whether we can or can't do the thing we love. 100 years from now, when people are able to look and see how the world has been transformed by skateboarding, they're going to want to know, who were the people that made this? If you are in this culture, that is part of your duty now, is to at the least be thinking about it, be aware of it, right? So just know that, like, if you care about any of this stuff, skateboarding, roller skating, BMX, scootering, it's your responsibility to find ways to make sure that the history is being preserved and the individuals who made the history are part of that preservation.
Absolutely.